So do tell me whether it is fine today or cloudy today. What's the weather like? Is it good? Is it bad?
Good, sir.
Okay. Where are you? In which place? Shobik, which place are you in? Okay. Where I am in Kolkata, it's not so good. Anyway, all right, fine. Uh, Last week we were having a rather tough job trying to watch the videos because the some kind of problem with the video player. Um, and unfortunately, I was in college. Okay, uh, so it should not happen over there. Now, today I'm going to compensate for that by playing a couple of videos because I think it will be better now. So you look at that. I have given you a worksheet. Okay, a little while ago, I've shared with you a worksheet on the professions in French. Okay, I think you have all got that worksheet. So please take a look at the worksheet. I have listed over there, or rather, I have put a list of the different professions with both masculine and feminine forms. Now remember, the two things that in English, when we mention somebody's profession, we say so and so is a musician or so and so is a journalist, right? We say it like that, but the French don't say it like that. They say he's an actor, he is actor, okay, or she is doctor, okay, he is doctor, okay, she is dentist, okay, he is hotel keeper, like this. There is no intervening article in between. Okay, so this is one difference with French people as far as the professions are concerned. Now, you open the worksheet. Have you opened it? Take a look at the worksheet. There are several professions. Yeah, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there are several professions over here which are listed. Now, the name for these professions in French is métier. Métier. Okay. Now, there are several professions. For example, they can be actor or actrice. Okay. Actor, actress. You can understand in French. That is un acteur, une actrice. Okay. Un acteur. Je suis acteur. But when the actor is speaking, so and so will say je suis acteur. Okay. Or je suis actrice. Okay. I am an actor or I am an actress. Then artist. This has two forms: an artiste. No, baker, un boulangère, boulangère, female baker, and boucher, boucher. So that is given as dash over there. Actually, it is boucher. Charpentier, charpentier. Now, I have not seen a female butcher ever in my life. Uh, Cashier, un caissier, une caissière. Chef, chef, yun chef. Now, some remain the same in masculine and feminine, obviously. So, chef is one of them. Caissier, yun caissier. Chef, yun chef. Okay. Going back once again. Consult the list, please. Civil servant, un fonctionnaire, une fonctionnaire. This also remains the same or unchanged. Dentist, un dentiste, une dentiste. Doctor, médecin, okay, is the same for doctor, masculine or feminine. Electrician, electrician, electricienne, okay. It is not mentioned like that in the table, please note. Un électricien, une électricienne, electrician, CIENNE. Une électricienne. Then employee. Un employee or une employee. Engineer. Un engineer. Now this remains the same, both in masculine and feminine. Un engineer. Okay. Fireman. Un pompier. Then electrician. Un électricien. Then employee is un employee. Employee. Une employee. Une engineer. Un engineer. Une engineer. Fireman. Un pompier. Pompier. Lawyer or barrister. Un avocat. Une avocat. Manager or gérant. Gérante. Mécanique. Un mécanicien. Une mécanicienne. Nurse. Un infirmière. Une infirmière. Painter or painter. Then une paintiste. Pharmacist or pharmacien. Une pharmacienne. Plumber or plombier. Police officer or policière. Receptionist or receptionist. Une receptionist. Then scientist or scientifique. Une scientifique. Secretary or secrétaire. Une secrétaire. Student, un étudiant. Une étudiante. Teacher or professor. And prof or enseignant. Une prof or une enseignant. Waiter or waitress or serveur. Une serveuse. Writer or écrivain, and so on. Now I'm going to play the videos. There are two videos, one by one, so that you can listen to what is being said over there. Okay, let me now try and display. Le métier, part 1. This is French with Alexa. Le métier. Okay, let us see. Okay. Just a minute, please.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Learn French with Alexa. Today, folks, I'm going to teach you nine words on jobs. Okay. Now, jobs in French are called
Sir,
les
Yeah.
métiers.
there is
Have a
a
look at
student
that.
waiting outside, sir.
Okay, wait. Yes, no port. Yes, all right. Okay, fine. Yes, it's audible?
Yes, sir.
Les
Yes, sir.
métiers.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's have a look at les métiers part 1. Let's have a look at the first one. I have chosen for you a list, okay, but there are 4 parts to this. So you might find that your job is in one of the parts, okay? Maybe the job you are doing at the moment is one of them. Have a look at this. Le comptable. Le comptable. Now, this is the accountant. Le comptable. Okay. Now, it comes from compter, which means to count. Okay. comptable. If you wanted to use the feminine version, it would be la comptable. Okay? Le boulanger, and that's the baker. Le boulanger. Ou la boulangère for the feminine version of the baker. La boulangère. Le boucher. Le boucher, and that's the butcher. Butcher? Butcher? Butcher. Le boucher. And the feminine version is la bouchère. Not that I have ever met a lady butcher before. Have you? Have you? Yeah. No, I haven't. Now, le dentiste. Le dentiste. Or for the feminine version of dentist is la dentiste. And you would notice that in dentiste you have the word dent, D-E-N-T, which means teeth, okay, in French. Les dents. Le docteur. That's easy. Le docteur. Now, le docteur, but the feminine version of this word is la doctoresse. La doctoresse. Okay? L'infirmier. L'infirmier. Now, l'infirmier. L'infirmier. Quite a handful to say, mouthful, really. It's quite a hard word to say. L'infirmier, and the lady version is l'infirmière. L'infirmière. Okay? Le mécanicien. Le mécanicien. And that's the mécanique. Le mécanicien. The female version is mécanicienne. La mécanicienne. Okay? L'électricien. L'électricien. This is the electrician, and the feminine gender is l'électricienne. Just like mécanicien, mécanicienne. L'électricien, l'électricienne. Okay? Double N-E. And the last word today is le plombier. Le plombier, and that's the plumber, okay? Le plombier. Now, I had to look for this one and to find out whether there was such a version for feminine version of le plombier, and this is la plombière. La plombière, okay? Now, again, a bit like le boucher, I've never had to deal with a female plumber, but I'm sure there's female plumbers out there. I hope there is, anyway. So, le plombier and la plombière. Now, let's have a look at the list of words one more time, and then you can make a sentence using these words. Le comptable. Répétez. Le comptable. Ou la comptable. Le boulanger. Ou la boulangère. Le boucher. Ou la bouchère. Le dentiste. Ou la dentiste. Le docteur. Ou la doctoresse. L'infirmier. Ou l'infirmière. Le mécanicien. Ou la mécanicienne. L'électricien. Ou l'électricienne. Le plombier. Ou la plombière. Okay? Using a sentence, you could say, for example, je suis boulanger. Je suis boulanger. I am a baker. Je suis un boulanger, you could say as well. Ou je suis boulanger. D'accord? Or you could say as well, je suis mécanicien. Je suis mécanicien. Okay? Another more complex sentence could be, je prends rendez-vous avec mon docteur. Je prends rendez-vous avec mon docteur. I am making an appointment with my doctor. But here, prendre means to take. So I'm taking an appointment with my doctor. Okay? Any other examples you may think of? No? Okay. Another one. Je vais chez le boulanger. Très bien, like this one. Je vais, I go, or I am going, chez le boulanger. Now, when you go somewhere, and when we talk about boulanger, boucher, dentiste, docteur, you talk about chez. C-H-E-Z, which means that's someone's house, technically, okay? But you don't say au or à la in French, okay? So it's like talking about a person, really. So, je vais chez le boulanger, je vais chez le boucher, je vais chez le docteur, je vais chez le dentiste, okay? Now, that's it. Have a look at the list one more time. And why don't you practice by making a small sentence and leaving your sentence in the comments below? Because I will always look at it and correct it. Okay, that's it for me. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done so already.
Okay, what I would like to do is to play the second part of this video now. Jobs in French, which is a complementary part to this one because the other professions which are not mentioned over here are mentioned in the second part. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. I'm displaying that. Okay, now let's see. Le métier, part 2.
Et bienvenue à Learn French with Alexa. Today, folks, I'm going to cover part 2 of the jobs, or should I say, les métiers. Deuxième partie. That's right, I'm going to cover more words on jobs. So it could be that within the list, it is your job out there. So you can make beautiful sentences here on the comments below. Here we go. L'ingénieur. L'ingénieur. And with an E, okay, that's the feminine version of engineer, okay? L'ingénieur, okay, L apostrophe. I say the engineer, but you could say un ingénieur, an engineer, okay? An estate agent is l'agent immobilier. L'agent immobilier. It just happened that it's the same word for a lady. L'agent immobilier. Or un agent immobilier, if I was to use un instead of le. Le fermier, and that's the farmer, ou la fermière, that's the lady farmer. Le fermier ou la fermière. Again, you could say un fermier as in a farmer or une fermière. Le pompier. That's right, it's the fireman. Le pompier, or the firefighter. If it's a lady, we say la pompière, okay? Le pompier. Le pompier, quite an easy word to know because think of pumping. And that's what they used to do back in the time where there was no cars, okay? They used to pump the water out, okay? Le pompier. Le coiffeur, and that's the hairdresser. Le coiffeur. If it was a lady, it's la coiffeuse. La coiffeuse. Très bien. Quite often when you have the EUR masculine version, the feminine version will be SE at the end. So becomes euse. Okay? Not all the time, but quite often. L'avocat, or un avocat, is a lawyer. L'avocat. For a lady, it's l'avocate. Okay? Or une avocate. Le policier. That's the policeman. Le policier. Or for a lady, la policière. Okay? La policière. And again, here, if you have IER, quite often the feminine version, you add an E with an accent, so it becomes hier. So we saw that in part 1 with infirmier, the nurse and infirmière. We saw that here again early on with fermier and fermière. Okay? Le ou la réceptionniste. That's the receptionist. So, le ou la, depending on whether you're talking about a man or a woman, réceptionniste. That's not too hard to know. Okay? Now, le ou la secrétaire, and that's the secretary. Le ou la secrétaire. Très bien. And to finish, le serveur, that's the waiter. La serveuse, that's the waitress. Okay, but I know that quite often you say garçon, garçon, boy, l'addition, but you wouldn't say fille, okay, in the cafe, by the way. You only say garçon. But we say serveur and serveuse, okay? Or barman as well, if it's a barman, we use the same word as in English, okay? So have a look at the list again. L'ingénieur, now répétez, repeat after me. L'ingénieur, très bien. L'agent immobilier, l'agent immobilier. Le fermier, la fermière. Bravo. Le pompier, la pompière. Though la pompière doesn't sound good for some reason. Now, stick with le pompier, okay? Au pompier. Je suis pompier. Le coiffeur ou la coiffeuse. Okay, that's the hairdresser. L'avocat ou l'avocate. Okay, that's the lawyer. Le policier ou la policière. Le ou la réceptionniste. Now remember to repeat after me. Très bien. Le ou la secrétaire. That's the secretary. Le ou la serveuse. Non, not le ou la. Le serveur and la serveuse. Okay, and it's the same as coiffeur. When I said to you EUR, quite often in feminine, it becomes SE. Okay, so EUSE, heureuse. Okay, right. So we've learned a few more jobs. Okay, and it could be one of yours. Why don't you make a sentence using what you know? So you could tell me that you are a farmer. In that case, you would say, je suis fermier. Je suis fermier. Or you could
Now, what happened? Just a minute. Huh? Okay.
je suis fermier. Je suis fermier. Or you could say, my wife is a farmer. Ma femme est fermière. And so on. Okay? That's it for me. Now leave a comment here and I will correct it. I will correct your sentence.
Hello, are you
What
able
I'd
to
like
hear
you
me?
to
Or
do, if you haven't done so already, is to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you know what goes on in Learn French with Alexa.
okay.
That's it for me.
Okay.
I hope to see you soon. Au revoir. À bientôt. Bisous, bisous.
Were you able to hear the last part, or was there a problem? Because I think I had some bit of a problem. I myself was able to not hear it.
No, sir, it's okay, sir.
It was okay. Okay, fine. So I think you got a fairly comprehensive idea regarding the different professional names in French. So basically, you have to remember. Okay, so even after reading that list that I gave you and watching the video, you find that there are a few mentioned in that list whose feminine forms are just given as dash. But I think we have to use the feminine over there. So if you have noted them already from the video, then fine. Otherwise, I will give you the feminine forms for those also. Okay, because it should be there in the list. So basically, you have the list with you, so you can prepare from there. Okay. Let us practice some mm, sentences where we have some food and drink vocabulary. Okay. Suppose I talk so that, and together with that, I talk about the time as well. So let's say that I combine these things together. So the verb that we are going to use for eating is manger. Manger verb means to eat. Okay. So it is a normal er ending verb. Okay? So that means that it will be like this: Je mange, I eat; tu manges, you eat; il or elle mange, he or she eats; nous mangions, we eat; vous mangez, you eat; and il or elle mange. The spelling is Mangent, but the pronunciation is just mange. Okay, they eat. Okay. The other one is for drinking. Okay. So that is the verb boire, to drink. Okay. So we can say je bois. This is an irregular verb. I drink. Je bois, tu bois, il or elle boit. Nous buvons, il or elle boit, that is he or she drinks. Nous buvons, vous buvez. Il or elle boove, that is they drink. Okay, so these are the two verbs for eating and drinking. We can also use prond, that is to take. Prond, prondra, that is the verb prondra, to take. This is also an irregular verb. To take. What will you take for lunch? Kind of. Will you take this? Will you take that? Kind of prondra. So je prends, I take. Tu prends, il or elle prend, he or she takes. Nous prenons, we take. Vous prenez, you take. Ils prennent, il or elle prennent, they take. Okay, fine. Now, suppose I say that at what time do you have your breakfast? Okay, a carrier prend-tu sa petit déjeuner? Okay, or a carrier, what is the form for vous? Vous prenez. A carrier, prenez-vous votre petit déjeuner? At what time do you take your breakfast? So what will be the answer for that? What hours do you take your breakfast? Okay, let me ask. Uh, Orpita, à quelle heure prenez-vous votre petit déjeuner? At what time do you take your breakfast? Orpita Chatterjee, tell me, or else type in the chat box. Arun Mazumdar, à quelle heure prenez-vous votre petit déjeuner? At what time do you take your breakfast? Or it also doesn't take breakfast. So all the people who don't reply, they never take breakfast, I think. Niranjana, à quelle heure prenez-vous votre petit déjeuner? At what time do you take your breakfast? Niranjana also doesn't take breakfast. Okay, Nupur, Nupur Dhar. Nupur, à quelle heure prenez-vous votre petit déjeuner? S'il vous plaît, madame. S'il vous plaît, mademoiselle. Rather, not madame. Nupur also doesn't take breakfast. Uh, Rajneesh. Rajneesh Portoloy. À quelle heure prenez-vous votre petit déjeuner? Dites-moi. Tell me. What? Rajneesh also doesn't take breakfast. Okay. Sanjukta. Sanjukta, à quelle heure prenez-vous votre petit déjeuner? Dites-moi. Sanjukta also doesn't take breakfast. Okay. Shobik. Shobik Shah. Shobik, à quelle heure prenez-vous votre petit déjeuner? Dites-moi.
So 9:30.
9:30. So tell me that in French.
Um, nous
9:30 is what in French? Il est, then there are two ways of saying it. Okay. There are two ways of saying it. One of them is using the 12-hour clock. The other one is using the 24-hour clock. Okay. So whichever one you prefer. What can we say? Il est. Shobik, come on, you know it.
nous 30.
Nouvelle 30. Correct. Yes, that's right. So, well, you can't say that it is 9 hours 30 minutes. No, because it is not like that now. This is the time for you taking breakfast. Okay, so then you have to say, I take my breakfast at 9:30. Okay, so I take, je prends. Je prends mon petit déjeuner à 9h30. Or else if I'm using the 12-hour clock, uh, even then it will be 9 hours because it's the morning. So, je prends mon petit déjeuner à 9h30. Okay, that's 9.5 hours. Okay, even in the 24-hour clock, it will be the same because it's in the morning, right? Okay, now what do you eat for breakfast? Okay, let me see. Most of the people are eating no breakfast because they don't reply at all. Um, but let me ask whether they eat anything or not. Shrikant, do you take anything for breakfast? What do you take? Let's play a game. So find out what each person takes for breakfast. Srikant, what do you have for breakfast? Srikant,
Yes, sir.
what do you have for breakfast?
Bread jam, sir.
Bread and jam. Okay, fine. Shobik, what do you have for breakfast?
So Kellogg's.
Cornflakes. Okay, that's right. Nilanjana, what do you have for breakfast? Oh, Nilanjana doesn't take breakfast, so how can she say? Orpita, what do you have for breakfast? All these people not taking anything for breakfast. Okay, very bad. You should take your breakfast. Uh, I think I'm audible, isn't it, or not?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. You are audible,
Yes.
sir.
Uh, so then all these people not eating breakfast. That means okay, very sad. Okay. What are the food items you mentioned? Bread and jam. Okay. So for bread and jam, what is the French for that? Bread is pain. Bread and jam, is it toast or just, untoasted bread? Toast or not?
Toast, sir.
Toast. Okay. So that will be pain grille. Okay. Pain is bread. So pain grille. Okay. Avec means with. Pain grille avec de la marmelade. That is jam. De la marmelade. You can say je mange, I eat. Okay. Je mange, I've already done the manger verb. Je mange pain grille avec de la marmelade. I take toast with jam. Okay, that is all. Okay, pain grille avec de la marmelade. Okay, now, um, Shobik was talking about Kellogg's. Okay, now, obviously we can't call it Kellogg's like that in French, but of course, if it is Kellogg's, then the brand name is not going to change, nor can you translate it. It will remain the same in French. But what it is, okay, Shobik, great. So where did you learn that? Flocon de maïz? Shobik, tell me. You already know French?
No, sir.
Then,
I search it in the net.
okay, Google. Right. Okay, good. But anyway, you searched it, no? At least you did that. Thank you. Yes. Flocon de maïz. Yes. So, je mange flocon de maïz. Okay, flocon de maïz is cornflakes. But of course, if it is a brand name like Kellogg's or something, then that name is not going to be changed in French. Okay, it will remain the same. Okay, what are the other things we can have for breakfast? Okay, other people having no breakfast, so they are not saying anything at all. I can add a couple of things for breakfast that we also have, like uh, milk. Okay, dulé, we have to say dulé. Okay, so dulé is, I'm using the adjective of quantity. I'm sorry, I'm using the article of quantity or the quantifier over there. That's the partitive article. Dulé. Okay, that is milk. Some or any milk. That's the idea. What else can I have? Uh, I can also have cheese. Okay, so what is the French for cheese? Hmm? And I can also have butter. Okay, let's write down first for bread and butter. Pain avec du beurre. Pain avec du beurre. Okay, the beurre is butter. Okay, so if I have cheese, then what is cheese in French? So anybody would like to pick a guess? Obviously, either you know it or else you don't know it. So yeah, you may have heard of some famous French cheeses like Roquefort, Camembert, etc. Anyway, French cheeses are very famous. So you can write or you just just write for cheese du fromage. Du fromage. This is masculine. Okay, so du fromage. If it is feminine, then I will say de la, like in marmelade. Okay, the jam that is feminine. Okay, so there are two names we can use for jam. One is de la marmelade, which means marmalade, basically, and we can also use confiture, that is fruits which are in the jam. That's what is suggested. Okay, de la confiture. Confiture means preserved fruits. So jams are basically preserved fruit, isn't it? We also call them fruit preserves in English. So de la confiture. So two names for jam you can note. One is de la marmelade and de la confiture. Cheese is du fromage. Du fromage. Again, this is also masculine, whereas jam is feminine. Milk is du lait. Okay, and de bière. Butter is de bière. Okay. What other item you can add to the breakfast list? Any other milk product you can add? We have milk, we have butter, we have cheese. Any other milk product added to the breakfast menu? Cornflakes, obviously one that you have. You don't have it dry, do you? You have it with the milk. So flocon de maïz avec du lait. Okay. So any other milk product which I'm missing out from the list of breakfast items? Pancake. Okay, great. Yes, sure. We can have pancakes, though it is not a milk product at all. Uh, that's fine. We can have that also. And if we think of milk which is taken with some other drink, then of course we have coffee and tea, which we take with milk. Okay, so those we can mention. Pancakes would be crepes. The crepe, crepe, crepe. This is pancake. Okay, the crepe, crepes Suzette. Okay, uh, sorry, I'm making a mistake over there. It is not masculine. Uh, de la crepe. Please note the first one I have written that is wrong. Okay, the crepe wrong. That is de la crepe. Okay, so it will be feminine. Okay, now there is one very famous dish called crepes Suzette. Now don't ask me how it is made. You will learn about that later in your later classes. But crepes Suzette is a great delicacy and a sweet dish also. Yes, pancakes we have got. Now, if we talk about cereals, having breakfast cereals, then we can say do cereal, do cereal. Okay, that means cereals, okay, or breakfast cereals. Okay, any other item? Okay, sometimes people have juice, okay, with breakfast, fruit juice. So you can say du jus d'orange. So suppose it is orange juice, the jus d'orange, the jus d'orange, that is orange juice. Okay. Uh, so whatever kind of juice, you add the name of the fruit after that. So juice also. Okay. Or we can have cafe, a cafe, this is masculine, a cafe, or du thé, du thé, E with accent. That is coffee or tea. Any other breakfast item we are missing out? We have got a vegetarian breakfast so far. So what about
Sir,
non-veg?
egg.
Yeah, eggs. Yes, obviously. That's the thing. Days off. Okay. So an off. An egg. Okay, an off. That's an egg or days offs. That is eggs. Days offs. That is eggs. Then okay, how do you take your eggs? Acha, who eats eggs for breakfast? Tell me among my friends over here.
Boiled egg, sir.
Boiled egg.
Boiled egg.
Okay. Okay. What other form do you take the egg in? Anybody else who takes an egg?
Omelette.
Poached.
Omelette. Okay. Huh?
Poached and
Poached,
Poached.
poached eggs. Okay. Okay. Now there are different names for this in French also. Okay. So if it is boiled egg, then you say ouf, ouf bouillé. Okay. Ouf bouillé. Oufs or plat. Oh, what is that? What is that, Sanjukta? Suddenly, this is coming. Oh, fried eggs. All right. Okay, fine. So you learned that in class. Okay, good. So actually, you will find that there are lots of names of different menu items which are in French, and some recipes are also in French. So this, whatever little you learn over here, this is going to be of direct usefulness over there. Yes. So ouf brie, that is boiled egg. Fried egg is what Sanjukta is saying. Ouf so plat. Okay. Uh, plat actually basically means on the plate. Oufs au plat means literally it means eggs which are on the plate. Hmm. Okay. Then omelette. The word omelette itself is of French origin. So omelette is omelette in French. Omelette can have different kinds of ingredients. Okay. So omelette with tomatoes. Okay. So how will we write that? Omelette au tomate. Okay. Omelette au oignon. Okay, that is omelette with onions. Okay. If you want to add chili, then you can add that also. Omelette au oignon et piment. Okay, that is with chili. All right. What else are you going to add? Okay, boiled egg we have got. Omelette we have got. The other one is poached eggs, you were saying. So poached eggs, we can say push. The word for that is push. That is poached eggs. Uh, Anything else you can have with the egg? No, more or less this. You can also have some other types, but at the moment this will be sufficient for you. So this is what we have for breakfast. So let's say that somebody is having breakfast and the items in the menu are like this. Okay, oof, Sanjukta is quite right. Oof, brie, the scrambled eggs. Yes, this is what's. Okay, Niranjana is very interested in ramen noodles. What is the word for ramen noodles? I think there is a French word for noodles, which I have got in my vocabulary chart. I will just have to check that because I don't use it all the time. Now, for ramen, this word is of Japanese origin, and what is ramen in Japanese will remain ramen, okay, in French also. Okay, it's not going to change as such. Okay. So, thank you, Sanjukta, for telling us about what is scrambled eggs and also fried eggs. Okay, good. So, you have learned most of the items in the breakfast menu, okay, in French. So, you should be able to understand if somebody gives you a breakfast menu with items in French, and you should be able to translate into English. Okay, maybe I will even give you something like that for your objective test, which I will take sometime later. Okay, so we have done these items in the breakfast menu, and we have also done the professions in French, which was quite an important topic. So let us pause with that for today. And Friday is Christmas, I think. So most probably we are not going
Yes,
to
sir.
have the class on Christmas Day. So I will wish you Merry Christmas in advance. Okay, before that. So you're likely to have a few days break, okay, around that time. So I'll wish you Merry Christmas in advance before I end. So how do you say Merry Christmas in French?
Novel, I think so.
Yes, Noel. You say Joyeux Noël. Joyeux Noël. Okay, and in O has got two dots on top. That is the accent. Okay, so Joyeux Noël. That is Merry Christmas. Okay, now let me take the attendance. Anusuya Das.
Present, sir.
Thank you. So Anusuya, you take no breakfast? You
No,
take
sir.
some breakfast. You don't take any breakfast. Why? I'm not asking you in French. Tell me in English. Why no breakfast? Tell me. Anusuya is shy. He doesn't want to tell me. Or Peter Chatterjee.
Present, sir.
Okay. You take breakfast or no?
Yes, sir.
What do you take?
Milk and biscuit.
Okay. So why didn't you mention that? I was asking, no? Okay. All right. Arun Mazumdar. Hmm. Arun is having some audibility problems. Then Deborima Shaha.
Present, sir.
Hmm. Okay. Farhan Khan.
Present, sir.
Okay. Farhan, what do you have for breakfast?
Sir, egg and bread,
Egg and bread. What kind of egg?
omelette,
Omelette. So say that. Omelette and bread toast.
bread toast.
Okay. Fine. Niranjana Shaha. Sorry, Niranjana Datto, not Shaha. Nupur Dhar.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Pritam Shaw.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Queenie Chetri.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rajneesh Bordoloi.
Present, sir.
Rajneesh, what do you take for breakfast? You were not responding at all.
Sir, egg and roti.
Egg and roti. What kind of egg? You have to mention something, no? The
Sir,
type.
omelette.
Yes, so say that. Omelets with chapatis. Okay. Hmm. Thank you. Rishabh Chaudhary.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Rohit Singh.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Then Sanjukta Kumar. Shovik Shah.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Shoham Shah.
Present, sir.
Okay, thank you. Somin Chandra.
Present, sir.
Yeah. Shomya Sarkar.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Show me what do you have for breakfast?
So bread and omelette.
Okay, fine. Somya Biswas.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Saurav Chatterjee.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Thanks. Then Srikant.
Present, sir.
Yes, why were you not replying at that point of time when I was asking?
Sir, I
Srikant.
replied, sir.
You
I
replied?
reply. Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Sudeep Kormukar.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, that is all. All right. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you have a very